in 1839. The extension was built in the 60s, 1860s. The first owner built it for his wife, and he had a daughter who was very unwell, and they wanted to bring her out of Hobart to live in the country, because it was country then, where it would be healthier for her. So the original house, this would have been the drawing room, not the dining room. But when the second owners built the house, they made this the dining room. Whales, they killed them all off. Yep. And all the way round. And then they developed what they call pelagic whaling. So pelagic whaling is where you catch the whales in deep water and you process the whale on the boat.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, true. But even that was becoming less and less successful because they wiped the industry out by overfishing.
Yeah.
So this family was a very smart family. They had already started trading with the mainland, so taking products up to Sydney. But then they started going to Asia and bringing stuff back from Asia. Of course, you would have a specific wine, a different wine. And so to make life easier for the staff, you would be able to take your cart glass and sit it there and just rinse it with the iced water. That one's 1848. And then, yes, all the different...
Whoa, that's tall.
Yeah. One of them is, so that's Harry. That's the father.
Oh, yes. Harry.
And Harry's not father, he's a son. He might be a grandson, actually. To deviate a little bit, hence the front door is in that side rather than in the middle. But they still like their symmetry. So you've got two doors to balance each other off. One door goes through to the entrance hall, but the other one doesn't, because if it did, it would wreck the symmetry of the entrance hall. So they turn it into a cupboard. And we know that we were able to cut a piece from behind the big mirror. But yes, so this is what 170 years old. This wallpaper.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'll just
a house.
I'll explain what it's for. Isn't it gorgeous?
A mirror.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You would. Can I close that now?
Yeah.
Okay. Each of these little drawers, and these ones at the bottom, are double drawers. A gentleman would store his collection in. It's now what was it? A gentleman's curiosity. I've always called it a box, but box isn't correct. Cabinet. A gentleman's curiosity cabinet.
Oh, curiosity cabinet?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's where they put their collections. So gentlemen liked to collect rocks or butterflies, dead butterflies, stuffed dead birds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. And they would store them in something like this. And the purpose of this is so that you could put your most beautiful piece in.
Wow, yes.
So this is inlay, all of this stonework. But this is wood inlay.
Wood inlay.
So that means it's put together like a jigsaw puzzle into the wood.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh. Because he wanted somewhere for his pipe organ to go.
Oh.
Because he was a musician, so he put the pipe organ in. And the Baileys pulled it out again and gave it away. But yeah, so there are 3 stories I tell in this room. I would have been illiterate.
Illiterate.
Can't read.
Oh.
Yeah. So to know where you have to go, You had to recognise it.
Sounds.
Yes. The
Yes.
sound.
It's like an instrument.
Yeah.
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 Awesome.
So there's the bell pulls. Yeah. So with the boats down there, and they expanded. It probably started off as 5 acres. By the time the Baileys owned it, it was James, the second brother. There were 30 acres. But here's your candle maker, your milk separator, your butter churns, your irons, all the sort of all the stuff you would expect in a room like this. Your heat bath, your meat safe, and of course your sink. Because it's limestone and not sandstone, it has the capacity it has neutralizers in the stone, so it can neutralize certain toxins and make it okay for you to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No electricity.
No, and no fluoride, none of the stuff that we would use to clean water. Yeah. So you have, and this one's really interesting. It comes from Norfolk Island, and we know from this mark that it was made by convicts in Norfolk Island. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But we actually know that this room was never, ever a ladies' room, and I'll explain why. It looks into the servants' working area.
Yeah.
This was definitely a servants' room.
Oh.
On top of that, there used to be a door over there, and if that wasn't enough, on this piece when she died, so her friends took it away and finished it in her memory, which is very poignant.
So she hasn't finished this.
She hadn't finished it, but her friends finished it for her.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a few tears in that. So
That's a human pine.
it's human pie.
Really?
Yeah. And it's for ladies, specifically for ladies, with their very, very full skirts, so that you could, and then straddle, and then you didn't have to try and manage all your petticoats. You could just sit above it, one leg on either side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. It's for small children. So the little boys or little girls could stand up on the stair and chair. But you've got the wheels on the side. If you pull this out, hold on to that and pull that out, it lowers down, and then you've got a stroller.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-in-1.
Yeah. It's very cute.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how useful, but very cute.
Oh.
Hue and pine
Yeah.
and hue and pine.
It looks like new one.
I know, it's not. It's 18,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what. When the house was first built, hue and pine was not particularly valued.
Oh.
Hence the dog house and the other things. Later, it became became recognised as a furniture wood. Hence these pieces. Yeah. One was actually made for the bishop for his consecration as bishop at Westminster Abbey. It was made by his parishioners. And it's plush work again. So you can see the plush work more easily here. So this is plush work. So what they do is they have lots and lots of ends, and then they cut them off, and then they shape them into the
flower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he.
If we don't have the thing, the person's prepared for us not having it.
the threat of being sent to a place like this was believed to deter those further tempted by crime. While it was a place of punishment, however, there was always a possibility of reform, redemption, and commutation of murders.
Variety. Our site talks usually go for about 10 minutes, a little bit longer if I get a bit carried away. They're complimentary, they're part of your entrance ticket, and they'll be at several locations throughout the day. So they'll be here, up at the Commandant's house, the church, the junior medical offices, so keep an eye out for them. There's a few spots throughout the day. Have any of you done any of the guided walking tours at Port Arthur today? Single cells, one on top of the other. This cell block would have originally gone right the way down to that far wall there. So there are 136 of these cells all up. Now I'm a lot larger than what men were in those days, but it's still a fairly small space. It's important to know we only have ever had one convict per cell, and they're pretty well only eating, sleeping and spending Sundays inside here. During the day they're outside doing hard manual labour. These cells are very much punishment class. They're for the most hardened convicts that we've got in Tasmania. For most of these men, hard labour at Port Arthur will look like a chain gang in the quarry. So you've got sort of 50 to 70 men chained by their ankles in a